Welcome to Yury Experience, and today we are talking about Christmas and New Year in different countries. Christmas time is coming, Christmas time is coming. You better not think, you better not cry, you better not think, I'm telling you why. Christmas time is coming to town. Christmas time is coming, or actually have already came. I don't know when you are watching this video, but happy Christmas to be happen soon, or happy New Year to be happen soon, because today I will cover both topics, Christmas and New Year. The reason why I connect both of these topics is the fact that depending on the country, the importance of the celebration of the day is different. Today I will be talking about my experiences in the USA, in Germany and Russia and Ukraine. So actually Russia and Ukraine combined, because the experiences there are similar. And I will be talking about my Christmas and New Year experiences there. First, I need to say I actually don't celebrate Christmas because I have Jewish heritage, and in my family we don't celebrate Christmas. There is also another reason why I never celebrated Christmas, but I will cover that later. Anyway, Jews don't celebrate Christmas because Christmas is currently associated with birth of Jesus Christ, and Jews don't think of Jesus Christ as of some special kind of a person. So that is why they don't have a need to celebrate Christmas. That's the fact, that's how it works, and now we are jumping back to the topic. Christmas is celebrated on the 25th of December and 7th of January, depending on what calendar we are talking about. USA and Germany use Julian calendar for this thing, and they are celebrating Christmas Eve on 24th of December, and on the 25th of December that is like the whole Christmas day. However, Russians and Ukrainians, or to be completely honest, Christians that live in Russia and Ukraine, they use Gregorian calendar, which is why Christmas is celebrated there on the 7th of January. That is how it works, just because they use a different type of calendar. And New Year is same everywhere, 31st of December on to 1st of January, except if we are talking about Jews, and if you want to know more about Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, then you can watch the video from the description. First we will cover the similarities, and in my opinion, the first one is the most important one. All of the cultures use a tree. It doesn't matter whether you call it a Christmas tree or a New Year tree, how people call it in Russia or in Ukraine, but all of the cultures use a tree, put a lot of accessories on it. Even the star thing, the star is on top of the tree, is also everywhere. It is normal for every culture. Another similarity in every culture that I'm talking about, there's some symbolic person. Which kind of person we'll be talking in a moment when I will talk about each country specifically, but in each culture there's some specific person who brings presents, normally to children, and that person puts the presents under the tree. That is also same everywhere. The next point is similar in USA and Germany, but it is different to Russia and Ukraine, and that is the point with whom you normally spend this time. In USA and Germany you normally spend Christmas time with family and New Year's Eve with friends, or celebrating or partying or whatnot, based on my experience. However, in Russia and Ukraine, at least based on my experience, general population doesn't really celebrate Christmas. Although general population does celebrate Christmas in Germany and in the USA, because I assume that's kind of the culture thing, but in Russia and Ukraine it is not like that. Christmas is something more religious, which is why not everybody is celebrating Christmas. That leads to the fact that, based on my experience, most of the people spend their time on New Year's Eve until midnight with their families, and then they're going partying or going to meeting with friends or whatnot. So after midnight they spend time with friends. Before midnight, so in the old year if you want, they spend time with their family. And the last kind of similarity is a big countdown. I've heard a lot about big US countdown, especially Big Apple countdown in New York, so like the countdown that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, New Year, and stuff like that. I cannot really remember how it is in Germany and in US, but in Russia and Ukraine, on every New Year's Eve, you will get a presidential talk on TV. So the president of the country will tell you something, and then there will be like boom, boom, bong. And after the last bong, you know that that is the end of the 31st of December, the 1st of January has come, and you can start celebrating New Year like again. So you pre-celebrated and now you can still celebrate, you know what I mean. Let's jump to the country specifically. USA, the symbol of Christmas for me personally, of USA Christmas, yeah, it is Santa Claus. That is this big guy, buffy guy, with white beard, white hair and his red costume. Also the thing that he is riding the sledges with reindeers and stuff like that is also specific for US, at least in my experience. I'm pretty sure there are also other countries that use the same symbolics, but Germany and Russia and Ukraine are not like that. They have their own kinds of representation, I would say, like that. Also, you have popular Christmas songs, you have popular New Year songs that everybody is singing somehow, and you can find these songs everybody is covering them, and on TV, on radio, everywhere you can hear jingle bell, jingle all the way, and so on. Speaking of food, based on my experience, people eat turkeys and pies, so not my experience, what I read today. People are eating these kind of foods, and I slowly think that Americans from USA eat turkey and pie for every freaking occasion if they can. Correct me if I'm wrong. Speaking of New Year, I cannot add anything. Based on my experience in USA, New Year is just a reason to party, it's just a reason to celebrate the new year, to look back on the last year, how was the year, but that is not something as similar as Christmas. Christmas has a lot of feeling, a lot of culture around it, but I didn't get that feeling about New Year. Again, if I'm wrong, if you have some cultures or traditions that are connected to New Year, write them down in the comments. I would actually love to read about them and learn about them. Now let's jump to other countries. Germany. In Germany, Christmas is huge. So Christmas in USA is kind of big, but in comparison to Germany, it's nothing. The first thing I think about when I think about Germany and Christmas, I'm thinking about Christmas markets, and that is something why I really like Germany. I think that's one of the high points. So why do you like Germany? I love Christmas markets, and that is so true. It's about the feeling. It's about the feeling of this, it's cold everywhere, but you can go and drink your Glühwein, I'm not sure how it is pronounced in English, and so this warm wine, and you can eat some different cool foods, some specific foods that are normally sold only on Christmas markets, and it's generally a nice feeling. Normally Christmas markets start to open themselves around the end of November, and they close all of them on 22nd, 23rd of December, and that is actually the law. They have to close at that point. I worked at one Christmas market at some point, so I know that. The symbolic person of German Christmas is Weihnachtsmann. It's kind of similar to Santa Claus. I mean, all of them are kind of similar, all of these symbols, but it has something to it. It's slightly different, and it's slightly more connected to religion in my personal opinion and my personal experience. Speaking of religion, 4 weeks prior to Christmas, you shall start the post, so the time where you eat less until the Christmas. And every Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not mistaken, there is an Advent. I have no idea how to translate it to English, but the point is there's some holy day, and you have 4 Advents prior to Christmas where you celebrate in some kind of way. I'm very sorry I cannot tell you more about that, but if you are interested, please write the comment below. I will just learn more about that. However, it is a religious thing, and yeah, that's everything that I can tell you about that. And there's some interesting things that is connected to the Advents, to this religious thing. It's more capitalistic thing, if I'm honest about that. You can buy specific type of calendar in pretty much every kind of shop, where you have a lot of small doors, each door for one day from 1st to 24th of December. And the point is, every day you open something new. That thing is called Adventskalender, and children normally get these things with toys or chocolate or some sweets. Adults get this with adult stuff. Actually, you can buy Adventskalender with really adult stuff. Just saying, the more you know. I don't know much more about Christmas here, but that is a family celebration. It's similar to US. That is the family thing. So you gather with your family, spend some time, be happy, eat some nice food, and I don't know, be happy. That's pretty much it. The only interesting thing that I can tell you about New Year's Eve is the fact that Germans say Guten Rutsch for New Year's Eve. That means slide good in. So you can slide in the new year like in a nice kind of way. Why do they tell it like that? I have not the smallest idea, but I actually like it. It's kind of nice, like, ooh, slide in! Now let's jump to Ukrainians and Russians. Yes, they have Christmas. This Christmas is in January, not in December, but they do not celebrate it as much on the cultural level, on general population level. The religious people maybe, but I've never seen a person, at least I've never talked to a person about Christmas in Russia or Ukraine where like, really, what are you doing for Christmas? I'm doing that and that for Christmas. No, never happened. That is why this whole role of Christmas in Russia and Ukraine takes New Year. And there we have also specific symbolic person. He is called Granddad Frost, Dedushka Moroz, or Ded Moroz. Yeah, that is in one name in two different forms. And he also has his grandchild Snowflake, I don't know, Snegurочка. It's Snegurочка in Russian. And these two people also ride sleighs, and I think with only one reindeer, but I'm not sure about that. And they present children with different presents. That's kind of the point. There is traditional New Year's food in Russia and Ukraine. Mostly salads, to be honest with you. There are some specific kinds of salads that I mostly eat on New Year. I can't remember eating them on any other day. And also mandarins are somehow the symbol of New Year. I don't know why, I think they are sweet. I think so. And champagne. Champagne is something that you like ting, ting, ting when New Year is coming. Then you like 10, 4, 3, 1, and then ting, 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 New Year, Happy New Year. And then after that, after champagne with your family, you go to your friends and drink some harder stuff. And to be honest, yes, a lot of people drink harder stuff after that. That is the reason basically between the 31st in December and 10th of January, most of the cities in Russia are kind of dead. But on the 1st of January you can find anybody in Germany and US too, in my personal experience at least. Yes, the cultures are slightly different, yes, the celebrations are slightly different, and I'm talking today only about cultural part of it. I don't want to go into religion because I don't have an idea, I don't know how it works in there. Anyway, the main point, in my personal opinion, the main cultural point is to connect with your family, connect with your friends, have good time, think about the results of the year and enjoy yourself. Just have good time. And that's why I do like Christmas and New Year. So like Christmas for me is not that important, but I assume it is important for you. But for me, New Year is still something that is kind of special. It is not as special as when I was a child. I mean, presents, you know, and you were a child, you were like, hey, Grandfather Frost, he will bring me some presents, how nice. But it's not like that anymore. But it's still nice. It's still a nice feeling where you can, you can kind of remember how it was to be a child. What is your experience with Christmas and New Year? I hope you also have a good time. I think you know where's the like button. I hope you know also where's the comment section. If you have any questions or topic suggestions, write them in the comments below. If you want to watch more videos about social topics, self-development, my development of the channel and different culture stuff, then please subscribe to this channel. And except for that, I see you on Monday.